Today we will start our day.
Today we're going to cut the onion tops off. So, not that, honey. We're going to do the onions. Grab your scissors. We point them down as a safety precaution. So come over here.
Right here.
Yep, you need to leave about 3 to 4 inches on the onion. So you're going to cut that. Okay, you need to cut them so that they have a nice clean cut, Philip. See?
Yes.
Just like that. Okay? I don't think you need 2 hands. I think you'll be just fine. Then we pick them up, Philip, and you need to put them in the bowl as you cut them, or we're going to have to wash them all. And I don't really want to wash them all, okay? So we're going to replant this guy. Get those roots in there. We're just going to, I don't know if he'll make it, but we'll see. Can you hold him or something, Philip, instead of watch me struggle? That's very frustrating when you do that. All right. So this is called topping. You're literally topping the onions. You can get closer, bud. You have like a good 6 inches. So what for you would be easier to do these two, the 2 rows on this side, and then come to the other side and do the other 2 rows, okay? That makes sense? So Philip, you have these ones on the end to do too, bud. Don't forget. Yeah, he's doing those.
No.
3 to 4 inches from the top, just like the first 2 you did. Don't get close. Don't get shorter and shorter, or they're gonna die because they won't have anything to collect the sun. Yeah. Look at that. So he's gonna go ahead and go to town on doing this. I'm gonna have him. Yeah, Philip, just cut. Hey, Philip, go ahead and do this whole side. Let me know when you're done with this side, and then we'll go in, cut him into. We'll show him the next piece, okay? And then if we have more tray space, then we'll come out and do some more, okay? So he's gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna pick up mowing a little bit, and we'll get back to you.
But don't fight everyone. But they do your daughter. But don't fight everyone.
What are we doing now?
We are starting holiday.
This is what he's cut so far, and we haven't done the whole thing. So we're just going to show you the next step, and then when everything's all trimmed out there, we'll take you back out there and show you what it looks like when we're done. So Philip is going to take
He had that there.
our onion tops, and he's going to cut them.
I'll wait.
You're going to cut them onto the tray. So he's cutting, so here's the onion. He's cutting them so that anywhere from like here, 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 even a little bit bigger ones like that. And he's going to cut those up. We're putting them on cookie trays. I'm going to pop them into the freezer for a half hour to an hour, depending on when I remember to pull them out. And they're going to freeze in there on here, and then I'm going to scrape them into a 1-gallon bag, and I'll label them for what the year is, what they are, even though it's quite obvious. We're just trying to get in the habit of labeling everything, what it is, and what the year is. Usually I write the date because I'm kind of particular about things, but we're going to do that.
Okay.
Just like all the other ones, kid. Why don't you open the scissors up a bit more so that you can actually get the whole thing in there. There you go. Maybe little kid scissors would work better. Here, so let's see, do we have one in here? So like this one, I wouldn't use if I had any animals right now. I would just give it to the animals, but this is gonna go on my garbage pile. This one, I wanna keep everything up to here, so I'm just gonna cut this part off, put it in my discard pile, and he's gonna get this. So we're just gonna go to town on this. I'm gonna clean up the ends for him.
Mommy,
Yes, honey.
this one's pretty well. Mama,
What am I watching for?
how has that been? Has that been done?
Yeah.
Mother! Oh,
No, I don't trust you with scissors yet, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Philip, stop. Don't be condescending to your sister.
Sister.
I see. Do you want one to eat?
No.
So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then if I remember, I'll bring you back and show you like putting them in the bag. And then when we're all done, I'll show you what the row now looks like after we've trimmed all the tops. It looks weird, but in a weirdly pretty way, because it's very satisfying that you just harvested something, it's done, it's in the freezer or preserved, and however you want to do it. You can also take these, and last year, let me go grab it.
Yaki homemade.
You have to talk louder, but
Yaki homemade.
last year I went through and we cut these into pieces like this, put them in the dehydrator, layered them all in the dehydrator, and I let them go probably 20-ish hours, like a full day kind of, and we made onion powder. So I let them dry, I put them in the blender, and then we got onion powder. Well, this is how much we have left from last year. I use a lot of onion powder, but I had a little bit of the store-bought left last year that lasted from when we did this to the end of the year. So we had just started using it this year. So we have enough to hopefully go most of this next year until we get back to this point again. So we'll see how long this lasts, but it's green. It smells like onion. I really like it.
Enough for her?
It doesn't have like a really strong onion smell, but it has a good onion flavor. So I've noticed for our cooking, if I use a teaspoon of this, the store I was using a teaspoon and a half to 2 teaspoons of theirs. So this is more potent, and it might be like the store's processing, like how they process it to get it to us. I don't know, but I like this so much better, and it's a lot more fun to add to things because it adds a little color sometimes. When I do salads and stuff, it'll add some nice color because it doesn't dissolve. You still see it. So pasta salads, it's fun to add too. So you can dehydrate them. We're freezing them. I think those are the only 2 ways we've used these so far. But freezing them in the gallon bag, I can add them to soups later. I can add them to stir fries. We've added them to breakfast sandwiches, tacos, salads.
Mom,
I mean, all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
Emma, if you're not going to help, honey, you're going to have to leave, okay? I'm going to find something for you to do. But we had to come in right now, too, so he filled his bucket, which is fine. And then it started raining. Of course, the day I want to mow. Doesn't that always happen? So we'll see if we get any more mowing done. I'm sure we'll head out and probably finish these up today because I don't want to start it and not finish it. So we'll bring you back here in a little bit when it's all ready to go, and I'll show you what the roll looks like. Alrighty, so we finished up topping our onions. That whole bowl's full, and then she did some. But here's what it looks like. It's pretty neat, huh? As you can tell, you can see where I stopped weeding this last go around, but hoping to finish weeding this row today and still pull out the lettuce. But I topped all the onions fresh, so we're gonna go put that in the freezer today. And then, oh, what you got? Yeah, yeah. And then, so we topped the onions. That's what Emma and I just did. And then I started spooning them. So literally just pulling the dirt out away from the bulb so the bulb will grow bigger, but keeping the roots under the ground. So I started doing that. I need to do that for all of them. There's some sporadically done in there because I was doing it, and then I was like, oh, I should actually show you guys before I do them all. So here's a really good example. Okay, so those are not spooned. See how they're buried in the dirt still? This one's spooned. Let me get my shadow out of the way. See, it's all moved out from around there, but all the roots are still buried. So this is what I need to do to all of them. So there's our update on onions and a couple little tidbits on what you should be doing. Top them and they'll keep growing, and then you want to go and spoon them so that you have nice big bulbs to eat later.